What's up, guys? I am the Squirrel's Nuts, bringing you a game on Noshahr Canals, focusing basically on the little bird in this game. Fantastic little helicopter. I'm going to show you it in use and hopefully give you some tips on how to make better use of it. So you saw me there come off on the left of the carrier. The reason I do that is because the other team obviously brings a heli in. Unfortunately, I can't find the bloody thing. So he's got a lock on me. So I sent my first flares off. Normally you'd see the heli coming out down here and I could take it out, but this little sod's onto me. So I've got my friend Ham-Fisted Wook the engineer, my portable repair bot. And we bail out here, and I get out because I think it's all over, but he's sat in there repairing away. It gets down to 9% and he brings it back. Fantastic work. The other heli I think assumes we've gone down and he's done his job. But we've got a bit of revenge coming up in a second. So first of all, I see this tank, so I'll give it a bit of hassle. It backs off, spin around, and there he is. Time for a lock, and I'm going to show you how to take somebody out now. A couple of missiles, switch to the gun, but he seems to, I'm not sure if he was getting out or he just panicked, whatever. That's that. They've only got one helicopter, so now the skies are clear for a little bit. This team against us, it takes about 9 minutes of this game before they actually start getting any stingers out. So I pretty much have free reign of the skies in my little bird. And I really do cause a bit of hassle. The first thing to notice there is the gun. You see you've got two crosshairs. The gun hits roughly between the two crosshairs. So that's where you've got to be aiming. It's neither one nor the other. It's a bit strange. But that's the way it works. So that's where you've got to shoot it. So, as you can see, I'm hassling the tanks, hassling the vehicles. They've currently got C. They've currently got C, which is why I'm sticking around C. I haven't got Ham-Fisted Wook in to repair the vehicle at this point, so I'm just backing off a little while my heli recovers. Swinging a back round, scouting what I can do. As you can see, I'm getting spot bonuses all throughout this game because I really am a keen spotter, as you know from my previous vids. Always spot before you start shooting if possible. That way, if you don't get it, then other people will start moving towards your target, and hopefully they will. So I get proximity scan unlocked on the scout helicopters. Not terribly useful if I'm honest with you. But there's another one called air radar on the attack helicopters. That is absolutely fantastic, but you do have to give up. I think it's stealth. I think you have to give up for that one, which is alright if you've got a gunner who's got stealth. So this tank is, I don't think it's an IFV, sorry, he's going underneath the bridge. Smart move, but I'll just hang around, see if I can hassle him some more. You can't usually take him out in one set of bullets, but you can, you know, after about 2 or 3 goes, you should be able to finish something off to the point where it's disabled. You've got to watch out for these light towers. I think DICE put these in quite deliberately. They do appear around Firestorm and all kinds of other maps, and to be honest, I mean, I hate them because they're completely indestructible and you keep flying helicopters into them, but it's fair enough because without them this would be far too easy. As it stands, I've got to keep out of the way of these, and I do clip a couple in this particular game. But you see, I got an assist on him, so obviously I you know, damaged him, but somebody else finished it off. Now I was going to cap A, I'll talk about that later, but then I see his helicopter come in, and obviously a heli has top priority because it is the one thing that can shoot out the sky, like that. Apart from that, it's going to be Stinger missiles, that kind of thing. And then sort of, you know, gun turrets, that kind of thing. You've got to have a priority of targets that you're going to go for, but first and foremost is other enemies in the sky. That's your top priority. So as soon as you see one, you know, do what you can to take one out. So we've got A and C at this point, and just this node B. Now what I was trying to do, I was trying to clear everybody out around all the enemies, and they can spawn back there. But one, and this is a bit of a tip, one good way of getting points for particularly something like the Little Bird, which is a very maneuverable helicopter, but one good way, look at this, I need honestly, my ass tweaked when I did that. I thought I was out. Left it a little bit low. Yeah, one good way of... And you see that? I clipped my tail rotor on those blasted bloody light towers. I'm on 8%, I'm panicking, I'm shouting to Ham, where the hell are you? He spawns in my tank. Look at this. 4%, 3%, and he repairs it. Fantastic. I was on death's door in that helicopter. And he just spawned back in there and sorted it out. Brilliant. Nice one, mate. So yeah, one way of getting good points in helicopters on Conquest is you land down and cap a node. And the points that you get, normally if you get out, your points will count towards your kit. But if you stay in the helicopter, the points count towards your helicopter. Which if you can go around doing that a few times, you'll actually bag some serious points. But it's incredibly risky because you've got to either land at the Conquest node or hover just above it. And that really makes you quite vulnerable to engineers with rockets. This guy here, look at this. Seriously hassled him for finally killing him. I enjoyed that. He was running around, bullets bouncing around his feet. So yeah, that's a good tip for you, but it's a risky move, and I think I do it later on in this game. You'll see me hover and cap the B node, I think, and that bags you, you know, a few hundred points, which is well worth it when you're trying to skill up a helicopter. Now, the Little Bird is the lightest of all of the helicopters. The enemy team has a helicopter called a Z-11W, which is another scout helicopter, but it's just not quite as manoeuvrable as this one. This one is a fantastic little thing. It's quite easy to take down. It is a bit of a glass cannon, but its gun can do serious damage. You know, it can really mess things up, and it's so manoeuvrable you can get yourself out of trouble quite easily. So I've got flares and a backpack stealth as well, and later on you'll see how that comes into good effect. The stealth gives you just that bit of extra time to lock on. Now here you go, I'm thinking about capping B, so I'm flying around, conscious that they can still spawn here, so I don't want to quite land. Now you'll see me struggling. I'm struggling to basically keep this thing level. You see that? I can't quite get the balance, I'm constantly adjusting. Let me show you a tip. Right here, land the helicopter, and then as soon as you come up, it's already pretty level. So if you find yourself in a bit of a mess, just touch down very briefly, take back off again, you'll find yourself on the level. Don't move your controllers or your mouse or whatever you do, just literally take off. And there you go, what's that, 350 points on the helicopter? That's seriously worth having if you can pull it off, but it is a risky move. Excuse me. So off I go again. Just hovering around C because that's the node nearest to their base. That's the one that they can spawn near, and they usually end up controlling, and so that's the place to shoot things down. This guy, I hassle him as much as I can, come back for another spin, I see him outside, spot him, there he is, and he runs inside, and I think, well, I'm not going to get him in there, maybe somebody else on our team will get him. I've got more work to do over here really. So I can see infantry all around the place. Take one out. Nice. It's not easy taking out infantry with this gun. You know, if you get it on target and the bullets will massacre him, but they tend to spray around quite a bit. It's quite a bit of a bullet spread, and you know you're moving around in your heli as well, so that your bullets tend to go all over the place. Much easier to hit the bigger targets like the vehicles and so on. So it's always worthwhile and satisfying when you do take out infantry. Now I've finally got a lock on me. I suspect it's a heli, so what I'm doing here, I'm keeping low. You see the stealth stops them from getting a lock. I'm using the terrain. I'm flying around these warehouses and cranes and all this kind of stuff. This helps to break up line of sight, and if you break line of sight you'll reset their lock. And because I've got stealth, it takes so long to get a lock. He gave up. I came round underneath, up the side of him, get a lock, he bails, he knows what's happening. Sure enough, down he goes. That's hit the heli out of action again for another few minutes. Their tank spawns really quickly on this map, as you know from a previous vid I've done, but the heli doesn't. The heli's, it's about 2 or 3 minute timer, I think, and the people in this game seem to take it, fly off, just so that they can parachute out into a node, which is just the world's most annoying, stupid thing to do. I love that. You gun down these petrol tankers and they just explode. Unfortunately, I don't get a kill. Now, there's an IFE there, and he's onto me. You can see he's done some damage, so I'm keeping low around these rocks. I'm going to fly off and see if I can get a repair. Sorry, see if I can auto repair. As you know, once you're disabled, you need to repair, but other than that, it will come back slowly if you get out of action. So I'll spin back around, take out the IFE. I can't remember if it's the same IFE that was hassling me. And look, I got too greedy. I was going for that guy too low, hit all this track signalling stuff here, and this bit I don't get. Look, I get out and instantly die. Now I've slowed that down in the vid. I get out at 100% health and then instantly go to 0. I'm not sure if the helicopter landed on me or something else weird happened, but I can't quite explain that death. Even in slow motion, I can't explain that death. Never mind. So anyway, I bagged myself another helicopter, and you know we've got B and C, so I'm just hassling A, trying to spot people, hoping my infantry will come in. There's always something you can be doing useful for your team. If it's not shooting things, it's spotting things, scouting, looking for your next target. Always aware that your helicopter's your #1 enemy, followed by the IFE and the tank. Now I was thinking about doing a helicopter flying video. I'm not sure. I mean, please do leave any comments if you think that'd be useful. I was thinking of doing it on console actually. This is PS3 footage, so Xbox controllers and PS3 controllers aren't vastly different. So I was wondering if I should look at that, get the vehicle warfare ribbon and a trophy. Yay! Go me. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing a video, literally a basics of flying, how to use the control buttons to fly around, because I see a lot of people struggling with that. They can take off, but trying to maneuver, look at that, the guy just bailed out of that helicopter. He's so scared of me, I think, now, that he just did a runner. He got in his heli, got a lock on him and just jumped out rather than die. It's around about this point in the game that they start, look at that, you see, the engineers onto me there, they start RPGing, they start using their stingers. I'm getting locks left, right and centre. I'm trying to sort out this guy here. I think I manage it, do I manage it? No. But then I see a tank, much bigger target, so we'll have some of that. That guy's still locking on me, so fly around the back. Drop the flares, and I think, oh dear, he's locking me again. What's the best thing to do? Stay low. So we're flying to this bridge, there's no way you can lock onto me from here, and I'll probably wonder where the hell I've gone. Once you can fly into things like that, you know that your skills have improved to a point where you can be really useful to your team in a helicopter. But it does take time, so persevere with it. But yeah, I am thinking about doing a video where I show flying and show the controls, so that you can see my thumb movements, you can see how I'm actually flying this helicopter, and I'll teach you, or I could teach you how to make corners, strategic U-turns, all the kind of maneuvers you're seeing here. I'm evading locking here obviously, but they all come in handy. So do let me know if you think a video like that would be useful, because it would take me a bit of time to knock that up. It would require quite a bit of effort. So this game is not far off complete now. I'm just flying around taking out vehicles. I don't get many kills, but I do get about 2,000 points on the scout helicopter, and I think I was pretty useful to my team, even though, like I said, I don't get that many points or kills. I was hassling the enemy, I was spotting the enemy a lot. I nearly lost it here, look at that, I'm on 40%. I can't repair from this, I've been disabled, I haven't got an engineer with me. Time to get out. And it takes me out. So yeah, the video's just about over now, so do let me know about the flight training if you think that'd be a good idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed playing this game in the Little Bird. That's it from me. Click the like, leave a comment and subscribe. Cheers guys.